Since Lennea and I have been here, I mean, we've grown exponentially in the retail environment, adding, 40 plus retail locations in the 20 years we've been here.
We had no outlet, no e-commerce, no really good processes in the back room. But thinking about when I did first start at Goodwill, we probably had maybe 6 to 10 coaches at that time. Well, now we have career coaches that are dedicated to every single employee that walks in the door. Seems like we add another program every year, always brainstorming, thinking about what can we do next, what kind of barriers are getting in people's ways. We've gone to the direction that we've just focused on the barriers instead of trying to put people in employment. So that's where the implementation, creation, and all that of our programs come from. It's just so different over the years. It's like we're not working for the same company that we once were. And it's been a good experience from the beginning to now. It's just so many changes, and that's what's kept me here.
Because we've been successful in the retail and our revenue generation and our mission fulfillment through employment in our stores, I think that gave Amy and Rena and those folks encouraged them and gave them the courage to be able to expand our mission services, as we have seen over the since Amy's gotten here, has been the main explosion. And then when you brought Rita on in 2015, it just took off. Last year, it was around $24 million. We spent $18 million of that was Goodwill retail generated funds. That's the highest mission spend of any Goodwill in the entire movement. So no Goodwill is spending more money on their people or on their community than Goodwill Industries of Kentucky. We've really developed a robust incentive plan, and these are incentives not only for the store management but for all employees within the stores. From things like Good Smiles or the housing programs or our Cars to Work. 70% of our store managers are promotions from within. Over 50% of our store managers had barriers to the workplace when they got here, so they're mission employees. So we have done a grassroots growth of retail, which is very satisfying from my perspective.
And when you see the good things that happen like we do every day, the stories that we see play out, I mean, it just makes you feel like, you're doing the right thing, and it's a job at the same time.
I knew I was home day one. I mean, literally knew I was home day one. I'm a product of this mission. I didn't get to Goodwill Industries of Kentucky as Vice President of Operations. I started at the bottom entry level, and I've worked my way up. So I have vested interest in the success of Goodwill, and it's just been a mission of mine to do everything I can to keep the retail component of Goodwill strong so that we can have mission fulfillment through employment in our stores, but also generate revenue to be able to fund and do some of these amazing programs